All right, Kevin, we are officially live. The Next Level Coach Summit is officially kicked off. And well, there's already people enjoying the sessions that we have that are available to them. And what we wanted to do here today is we wanted to jump on here and officially kick this off. And also, I wanted to share a few things that I think will be beneficial to you if you are a coach, a business owner, a consultant, or someone that just might want to, who might want to do their own summit maybe one day. We could talk about that. And I'm just going to talk about like why Scotty and I decided to do this summit. And also, I'm going to be sharing with you, which we have not publicly shared, one of the speakers today. Actually, I'll give him away. Speaker number 2, Dustin Riechman, and how I paid $10,000 to learn from him. And you guys are going to get to sit in on a session that I was able to get him to do for us that actually outlines the strategy that we're going to be actually deploying here very soon. And also, it's going to be what I feel is going to add an additional 6 figures to our business in 2026. So that's session number 2 with Dustin Riechman. So Kevin, I'm pumped, man, because it's been a lot of work, but I think it's going to be worth it.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to present the Dustin, who's one of about 20 speakers that we have.
Yeah.
That you paid $10,000 to join his mastermind.
Yep.
And he's basically showing us everything he's probably showing you in the mastermind for $7.
Yeah.
And that's just one of many sessions.
100%.
So if you take that, like the ROI, like I can't even do the math, even though I have a calculator, but I can't do the math.
Old
the
school.
number's so big.
Yeah. So guys, if you have not yet grabbed a ticket, this is your chance to still get access because here's how it works. Today, Tuesday, September 9th, kicks off day 1. And I'm actually going to go into the area where all of the sessions are being aired. Okay. If you get a general admission ticket, which by the way is $7, all right, just $7, you're going to get access to today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. And you can watch all of the sessions. You can watch the ones that really kind of pique your interest. And for $7, you get access to all of those. Now, if you did want to get recordings, then there's a VIP pass. Plus there's a couple extra bonuses. So what you'll do is you'll grab a ticket for $7. And then once you do, you'll have an opportunity to join as a VIP access pass. And then from there, you can get access to all of the recordings, which I think you're going to want to do. But you can just get access for $7 if you're interested.
Yeah, and people have plenty of time to watch the sessions. So I know sometimes summits, it's like you got to watch in this exact window of time or you miss it. And like, no, we're going to give you until at least Thursday night at midnight once the sessions go live. And so there's plenty of time to watch it. And here's the thing: like if for whatever reason someone said this just wasn't for me, I'll give them their money back. We're not here to grab people's money. We're here to make this a great experience that you're going to learn from, as long as you do what's the one caveat people have to do after the summit.
You can kind of see it. I'm going to go full screen real quick. You got to take action. That's what you got to do. All right. That's what you got to do, Kev. Okay, here's what I want to do, because there's so many different things that we could talk about, because number one, like you said, Kevin, $7, it's not a game-changing amount of money for us. What it is for us is to get people that are serious, that want to grow their businesses, okay? And preferably a coaching business, but if you're a consultant, if you're a business owner, a course creator, this is still very, very valuable, okay? But to be honest with you, when we decided to do this, it was not to make money. It's not a money maker. I'll share with you the reason why we decided to do this, and I'll explain what I want to get out of it, but then also what I want you to get out of it. And I'm going to be 100% upfront with you. You might even be thinking to yourself, how can I do a summit? Well, Kevin actually has a session that shares how to run your own summit. I mean, what about that? That's pretty amazing. Before we go any further though, Kev, I do want to also give a little shout out to someone that supported us in this And this is our first summit in this space of coaching in businesses. Senja, let's give a huge shout out to Senja, who is a company that helps us as business owners get reviews, real reviews, get testimonials, so we can sell more of our products and services. So shout out to Senja. They actually agreed to be a sponsor and was really excited to be a sponsor. So that's why I want to give them a little shout out. And we will link everything up in the description here, but it's also inside of the summit. So I just want to say thank you to Senja. You guys are awesome. We appreciate you. And thanks for believing in us and the mission here behind the summit.
Yeah, absolutely. And the interesting thing is, in addition to being a sponsor, they also offered an incredible deal for like $1 for like the first couple of months. But you got to be an attendee to get that deal. And so for $7, your return on investment just right there of just what the tool costs. And then the tool itself has a return on investment. So
100%.
I would say one of the most impactful business books I've ever read, listened to is Influence by Robert Cialdini.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm sure you're probably familiar with that book. One of the things he talks about is social proof. We like to see that other people have had the experiences that we have. Why is it on Amazon, when you search for products, one of the first things they throw in your face is like a 5-star rating system, because everybody wants to know, what does everyone else think? Senja allows you to have reviews and testimonials, video and written, and get it fairly easily. Because otherwise, like, what are you going to do? Like, record a session with someone and then, splice it out and hire a video editor and host it somewhere. They take care of all that. It's super simple.
Yeah, they have little widgets too that you can install on your website. And I've actually done that. We've gotten them. And actually, I believe if you go to livevideoschool.com, you'll see them at the very bottom. And there's just a little widget, and it's really, really easy to use. It's something that we're going to be using a lot more. So again, Senja, thank you so much. I wanted to also give a shout out, Kathleen. She's actually one of our clients inside of our Steady Leads Accelerator program, and she got a VIP ticket here. Greetings from Michigan. Go with the VIP package. Kathleen, thank you so much. And Fred says, thanks. You guys rock. Awesome. Thank you so much. Fred. And you guys might be wondering where the heck Scotty is. He's actually at his day job right now. Yeah, he's still doing the day job thing, and it's okay. But he's got a session that's going to be dropping tomorrow, which is going to be breaking down our 1-hour content creation multiplier. It's how we create 3 pieces of content every single week in just 60 to 90 minutes. You're not going to want to miss that one. But anyway, okay. So we talked about how people can get their tickets. Okay. Go to nextlevelcoachsummit.com. Go there. You'll have access. Let me take people on a little tour here. And let's go ahead and let's share the old screen. So this is what it's going to look like after you purchase a ticket. All right. You're going to go in here, and it's very simple layout. Okay. Yes, you'll see our sponsor, Senja. Once again, they're going to give you that great deal right there. And there's a little welcome message from me showing you how to navigate, kind of like I'm doing right here. But what you're going to do on day one, you're going to have access to 7 speakers immediately. And yes, I am going to show you how to get 25 high quality leads per day with simple YouTube videos. And actually, Kevin was the one that introed me for that session. This one right here. Okay. Dustin. That's the one that, there's a lot here, but that one there, oh my gosh, that's a strategy that we are going to be deploying. Actually, we're starting it in about 2 weeks. Scotty and I invested our own money, $10,000, to be part of one of his programs that we work with him for 90 days and actually up to 12 months. And it's a strategy that you can actually use podcast guesting. And that's what we're going to be doing. Now, some of you may or may not know, I've been podcasting for over 12 years now. So I know how to podcast. But guesting, I've been on a lot of really good shows, a lot of big shows. But what I'm doing now is Scotty and we're going after a different part of the market, people that didn't really know us a year ago. And so what we're doing, instead of running paid ads, is we are finding organic ways. And we don't want to do social media. We just don't want to. We don't want to be on that hamster wheel. But what we do want to do is we want another way to reach more people that are aligned with who we want to serve. And so YouTube, as you probably know, is our main strategy, and it works really well. So that's going to keep going. But we're going to add a podcast guesting strategy. And well, Dustin shows the entire strategy right here. And actually, I want to get to one part where he might be sharing inside of here. He shows a whole bunch of flywheel strategies on how you can actually apply this. And I'm trying to skip here to where I can see one. There we go. So kind of like he goes through the profitable podcast guesting flywheel. And I do believe that this strategy is going to earn us an additional 100K or more in 2026. So that's just one. That's like session 2. You can skip over mine if you want and go right there if you want to. We've got Jason Stapleton. Kurt is going to be showing us how to start a podcast if you've never done one, because that could be not just a way to get traffic, but a way for you to network with other people, which is really, really powerful. So there's a bunch here, 7 for today. And then day 2 will be, well, if I go here right now and skip over day 2, I'm not going to click in right now. I'm going to leave that a surprise, but it's creating funnels and systems. So day 1 is get more high quality leads. 2 is creating funnels and systems. And day 3, creating a world-class program. So all of that are the themes for the days. So really, really excited about that. But that's how it works, guys. It's all there. So 9 a.m. today, these sessions went live. So you have access to those. And then on day 2, these sessions will go live. And then on day 3, these sessions will go live, 9 a.m. Eastern time. And if you are a general admission ticket holder, you'll get access to these up through Thursday night at 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. So you can watch them. You can go back to them. After that, you can get the VIP recordings as a VIP pass holder. So if you want those, you definitely want to upgrade, and you'll have an opportunity to do that after you purchase a general admission. On the thank you page, there'll be an opportunity there for you to grab one of those VIP passes if you would like one.
And the best deal with the best bonuses is also on that thank you page. You can buy it later, but it will cost you more.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I forgot we did that, but yes, you're right. There's a special little incentive for you to enroll in the access, VIP access pass on the thank you page. But that's basically everything right there that's inside of this. So like I said, I mean, there's so much here, and some of you may or may not know, and Kevin, you've been part of it. Actually, I think it was 5 years ago. I ran a mastermind. Do you remember how much I charged per ticket to be a part of that mastermind?
Yes. Yeah. I wasn't officially in the mastermind, but
you were helping me run it. You were helping me. Yes. Facilitate.
You did invite me to a couple of them, but yeah, I think you were charging like 30 grand.
It was 25.
25. Okay. Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha.
It was 25K to be in a room of 10, counting yourself, 11.
People were excited to pay it.
Yes. Yes. So with that being said, that's why I am okay with investing in things like Dustin's program that I am in. People are investing in our program that we help people with steady leads, get steady leads, our Steady Leads Accelerator program. So let's talk about, right now, you're not having to invest that, but what are the benefits of us even doing this? Like, you would look at it and go, Scott, it's $7, depending on when you buy your VIP access pass, it could be another $97 or whatever, right? Let's just say it's $100. Like, if that's what it was for the total investment, like, how are you, Scott? Like, come on, you'd need thousands of people to make this worth your while. When Kevin approached me, which, by the way, Kevin ran one of my events pre-COVID, by the way. That was Brand Accelerator Live. Yeah. And that was we had over 200 people in a room that flew in from all over the place. And that one there made a little bit of money, but not a lot of money. Right. Because events are not designed to make money. What they are is to build connections. It's like what I call digging your well before you're thirsty. You get to show up as if you're running it, you get to show that you're the one hosting it. So you must be the one facilitating. That gives you a little bit more authority, right? And then also you get other people to come together, and you brought them together. So now all of a sudden you're in another light. But honestly, Scotty and I started this 12 months ago, live video school. And from there, we were like, okay, well, we're nobody in this space, right? No one knows who we are. So we worked on our video content, and that's helped. But then we were like, okay, we're specifically going to immerse ourselves in the world of online coaches, course creators, and just business owners. And we're going to help them. So how do we do that? We got to get aligned with and get networking with other people. So how do we do that? Well, number one, we invested in Dustin's program. We also invested in another one, which I'll share that probably Thursday. Another 10 grand, right? I've invested a lot of money in myself and my education because I also want to get in the room with those people, because I know that if I can get in their room, they are also attracting the right people. So now I can get in front of those people. So this event, I don't even care about any money that's being made. It just helps to pay for some of the things. Kevin had to get an editor to edit the videos and do all of these to make this a good event. So this is not about making money. It's about connections, networking, and also adding value to the marketplace, showing up as someone that has done that, and you build goodwill. That's my take on it. I know some other people might look at it as like, oh, I'm going to build a complex funnel and try to, sell all this stuff on the back end. That's not what we're about. And I even told you that, Kevin, in the beginning. I don't really care about the money on the front end. Right. So,
and we're still making money, which is, the nice
exactly.
thing. Yeah. There's still money coming in, at the same time, building your authority, helping you build connections in the space. I mean, I once upon a time had a podcast and I had about 150 episodes on it, about 30,000-ish. Actually, it might have been closer to 40,000 downloads, however they measure.
Yeah.
But that's around 200 and something downloads per episode. I was reading that's like in the top probably 20% of podcasts.
Probably.
Yeah. And so and that was a slog just to get there over several years.
Yeah.
Whereas with the summit, this is actually what people may not realize. This is my 27th summit. In addition to doing those 27 summits, also done the in-person event, which Scott just mentioned. And prior to that, I was with Disney and Gaylord Hotels, which is a Marriott brand that does a lot of conventions. So I've gotten to see what works in the event space. And at the end of the day, there's a mechanic to it. And if you know the right mechanics, it's not as hard as it may sound. I wouldn't say that. But it does bring people together. And there's this sense of urgency, a scarcity of time. Because oh my gosh, this event is happening over these days, which is another one of the levers in Robert Cialdini's book as well.
Yeah, no, I want to also just let people know, while you're attending this event, here's how I always look at this, right? Because you're going to have a fire hose of information.
Yes.
Lots of information, and it's great information. Here's how I handle that. Okay. Because we're all entrepreneurs, right? We're all thinking to ourselves, I could do everything. I want to do everything, but should I do everything? And the answer to that is probably not. So the way that I always handle this is I am going to go through as someone that's learning, and I am going to pick what is going to allow me to get to where I want to go the fastest, but also if it does not help me get to where I want to go, I'm not doing it. Okay. So for example, we talked about, Dustin, right? His program is helping you get your audience built. Okay. And helping you get more leads on top of what we're already doing. So for me, that's another mechanism. And for us, Scotty and I, our goal in the next 12 months is to build our audience and attract the right audience. And so that's all we're focusing on. When someone comes to me and they're like, LinkedIn, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how to do this, that, and nothing. I'm like, that is really cool. That is so tempting, but I am not going there. Right? Because I don't want to put my energy there right now. I want to put it on what I'm focusing on. And really, I think just focusing on one or two strategies for that thing, right? We're getting leads. And then there might be another time we're going to be able to learn from Jake, who's going to be sharing how to build a premium program. Okay. I probably want to pay attention to that. So that piques my interest. I'm like, I'm probably going to lean into that, because if I can create a better program, I'm going to get better reviews from Senja, by the way. Little shout out to Senja, our little sponsor. I'm able to get better reviews and testimonials. What does that do? That helps me sell more of our program, our Steady Leads Accelerator, where we help, coaches and course creators and consultants get steady leads in their business without paid ads. That's our thing. So it's like, when you have a direct line of where you want to go, like, what is your goal? What season are you in your business? We're in the season of growth right now, of awareness. This summit is a perfect example. We did this summit because we want awareness. We want to build connections. Now I'm friends with Dustin. I'm friends with John. I'm friends with Jake. I'm friends with all of these people now because I helped put this together with Kevin's help. And now all of a sudden they're like, thank you so much I appreciate that. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a speaker. And now what does that do? We just built a friendship. I've already had multiple guests on here, speakers, say, Scott, if you ever want to do something together, you want me to promote it, I'll promote it. I love what you're doing. Cool, right? So it's like one connection could open so many doors. So think about what you're trying to achieve and then focus on that. Put the blinders on. The things that are in this summit that you're like, that's really cool, but I don't know if that's what I need to do right now, but that's really cool. Shelf it for right now, come back to it, get the VIP pass, and then you can come back to it. It's always going to be there. Okay. So that would be my advice, but also do something with it. Take some action, take some action.
Yeah, that's such great advice. And after the summits, I generally send out a survey, and, usually it's very positive, but one common, for lack of a better word, whether you call it complaint, piece of feedback, whatever, over the last several years has been, it feels like it's just too much. It's just a lot of stuff. Like basically people have this to-do list that's, whether it's literally collecting dust because it's written on paper, or it's, shelved in their My Documents folder or something, or in Google Drive or something. And it's just, they're not taking action. So, and then they feel bad that they didn't take action on the things that they wanted to do. So like you said, just pick one. You might have several you like, but pick one. And what is going to get you that snowball moving as far as like get some momentum out of it. And so maybe some strategies you realize this is great, but it's not for where I'm at now. So you just have to kind of use that strategic hat of like, what do I need to do to get the results I want? And what's going to, with the least amount of work and least amount of time, get me there. Because at the end of the day, in 6 months from now, it's going to be 6 months from now. Do you want to look back and say, oh, wow, this was transformational because I took these actions? Or do you want to look back in 6 months and say, it's 6 months later and I still have this to-do list collecting dust?
Yeah, no, we definitely don't want it collecting dust. But yeah, I'm a big advocate of like keeping things simple. Like I think my theme word for the last 2 years is simplicity. I'm just like, because, you always, beginning of the year, you're like, all right, what's going to be my word of the year? Like, what's going to be my thing? And I was like, I got to go with simplicity again. Like, I'm 53 years old, man. I've built multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses. And I'll tell you what, some were harder than others. And even though the ones that made me more weren't necessarily what I wanted to do as far as to stay there. So I'm building a lifestyle business. Scotty's coming along with me on this and he's doing the same. And there's so many times that he says, Dad, it's not about making millions. It's about how can I show up like you showed up for us at games, at recitals. Like my wife and I were at everything. We drove our kids to school every day. I know you just said you drove your daughter to school, right? So it's like, we've always drove them to school. We've always picked them up from school. Now they're, now my 17-year-old is driving herself and my other 2 kids are older and I've got grandkids, you know what I mean? Like, so, but we are going to be at everything. We have a granddaughter that's here. We have 2 other ones that are across the country. So it'll be a little bit harder, but we're going to be at some soccer games, right? We're going to be there. Right. So it's all about building that lifestyle for us. And so when I'm thinking about it through the lens of like, how much work is this going to require? And then also, is this what's going to help me get closer to where I want to go? And if the answer is yes, then good. Then we go. If the answer is like, then it's like, shelf it. Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think that's important for people to understand. And it's tempting because we see Alex Hormozy, who just did $100 million launch.
Right.
Like, wow, I got to do that. No, you don't. You know what? Funny thing is here, funny little story. I didn't even pay attention to what had happened until Facebook blew up with everybody saying like 5 things I learned from the $100 million launch or this, that, or the other. And I'm like, I don't even know what happened. Right. And then I was sitting out at the pool with my wife and I asked her, I go, yeah, telling her about this Alex Hormozy thing. And she's like, who's that? And I'm like, you don't know who Alex Hormozy is? She's like, no. And I'm like, that's how big the world is. You have no idea. But if you go on my feed, it's flooded, right? So anyway, that's another story for another time. But just stay focused, stay committed, and just take consistent action. That would be my advice.
Well, and everyone looks at Alex Hormozy like, oh my gosh, he's like so big, whatever, like literally big, but also like, you know, just, he's become like this guru. I don't know if you remember this, but you and I were both at ClickFunnels Funnel Hacking Live, which is, I don't think they do that event anymore.
Long time ago,
2018. There was this dude and his wife come out on stage, and big muscular dude wearing like a professional attire, but like you could tell he had big arms and he had this like
mustache,
this stash, not a beard, but this interesting like handlebar type mustache. It was Alex Hormozy before anyone knew who he was. And you know, he just happened to, like, for a lot of people that's making it right there, but like he kept taking action. It didn't just, he was like, at the time no one in the room probably knew who he was, outside of maybe like the ClickFunnels super fans. No one knew who he was. But over time he's grown. And he didn't even get to that stage overnight either. He had done a lot of actions along the way. And so he is someone who's a good example of, don't get too caught up in like, okay, just do everything everyone's doing all at once. Maybe you test some things over time. Of
course.
Like for him, it was starting off with helping gym owners, you know, get more leads.
That was it. Yeah. That was it. Yeah. How to fill your gym.
Which is in essence a high ticket program.
Yeah, for sure.
And the funny thing, I didn't even think about that angle of it. Yeah, so it was, he took action and he did it based off of a high ticket program, and he did it with gyms. And you could apply what you can learn in Next Level Coach Summit in just about any niche. You know, because
for sure,
you think of like, you know, LA Fitness or whatever for $30 a month, but he went a more premium route and it worked.
Yeah. I mean, I think the principles, if you look at anybody, the principles are there, right? But the way that I look at it is like, who do you admire and who do you want to model is kind of how I look at it a lot of times. And for me, I'm at the lifestyle side of things, not how much money I can say I made. Because let's face it, I mean, let's get real for a minute. We're here for a blip. We're here for a blip, man. I mean, what's the saying? People are making sweatshirts now. I have 18 summers with my kids.
Yeah.
After 18 summers, man, that kid stuff is done. And even, I would even argue that even after 12 or 13, they're kind of like, I don't know, they want to be around you, but yet they're still into their independence. So you kind of, you could still be around them, but those, man, it's a blip. Right. And I think about it. I've been married now for 31 years. I'm like, that's like going to school K through 12 almost 3 times.
Oh yeah.
When I was in school, man, it felt like 12 years was like a life sentence.
Forever.
It lasted forever. I couldn't get out of there fast enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's for another story. Hey, very, very funny thing I want to share with everyone. And Kevin, on my mug here, it's a very white mug, right?
Yes.
But there's something on this side, and it's 2 words. What would you guess would be on the other side of this?
Watch Hormozy?
No.
Oh, could it be take action?
It could be, but it's not.
Oh, it's not take action.
It is not.
Okay.
So the story behind this mug was I had a really nice mug that I liked, and it broke one day. I used to use it like for 5 years. And then I'm like, oh, well, that's a good size cup. It's perfect size. This is the kind of cup that I want to use. But guess what? It was around Christmas time. It says Kris Kringle. So I use that every day. I am Chris Kringle, everyone.
You are giving the gift of knowledge.
And I am giving you the gift of this summit. All you got to do is pay $7 and you can have access.
Which is a steal. Like really, when you think about it, like
it's ridiculous, actually.
If you can't find one thing that will give you at least 100x ROI if you implement it, within 3 days of the end of the summit, so basically in like the next week, just email me and I'll give you your money back. Like, seriously.
Right. If you go through this and you don't see that you could 10x your $7 investment, that's like $70.
I'm going to say 100x.
You're going to go 100x. Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If you don't see at least $700 worth of value, which we're talking about, like if you're talking about high ticket programs, that's not even one person.
Right.
Which if you implement like just off of maybe 2 strategies, like go do podcast guesting and you get on more podcasts because of what Dustin taught you. You get more leads, because you worked on your YouTube channel the way Scott's going to teach you. If you just do those 2 things and you don't think you're going to get at least $700 in value, then I don't want to keep your $7.
Yeah, I know. Right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I think that's it, Kev. I think we covered everything. Guys, if you have not yet grabbed a ticket, go to nextlevelcoachsummit.com. This live stream will be available up through Thursday, but after that, we're going to pull it because it won't be relevant anymore. So we did this just as a way to kick things off. We will most likely come back in. And Kevin, I was even thinking we might want to do it again tomorrow and maybe tee it up for tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe we come on. And
maybe we didn't even talk about that. We didn't even talk about it. Scott's loving this so much. We should do it.
I'm like, why shouldn't we kick this thing off every morning? Right.
Yeah.
I don't think I've got anything on the calendar. So I think I could shave out like 15, 20 minutes to kick off tomorrow's sessions and talk about it. Cause there's actually someone that's speaking tomorrow that I invested $10,000 in their program. Stay tuned. All right. So grab a ticket, nextlevelcoachsummit.com and grab that ticket. But then also, once you do, you'll have the opportunity to get a discounted VIP access pass, which will give you the recordings and you can watch them after the event has ended and you can come back and you can find one of those other things that you kind of shelved and you can go back to it and apply it. So, all right, that's going to wrap it up. Kev, do you have anything else or are we good to go?
Oh, just a reminder, like this is not fake scarcity. The summit ends on Thursday. So we're going to stop selling tickets on Thursday.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking about it, now is the time to do it. You'll still have plenty of time to watch all the sessions. You've not missed it. It's not too late, but you have to, because it says on the back of
here, I'll put it up for you.
There you go. Take action. And take action is grab your ticket for just a whopping $7. Yeah. It's about as much of a no-brainer as we can possibly make it.
Yeah, no, we've had a bunch of people here already say like, Fred said, had my VIP access a few days ago, no brainer. Yeah. Thank you, Fred. We appreciate that. And then but just understand this too. You grab your ticket today and you'll have access to today's recordings. If you're watching this tomorrow, because for whatever reason you didn't see this and you're watching the replay and you're like, oh, I missed day 1. No, if you buy your general admission ticket, you'll get access to day 1. Day 2. If you buy your ticket on day 3, you'll get access to 1 and 2 weeks, or day 1 and 2. The thing is, though, you're going to have to go through all of them if you don't have a VIP because you're going to want to watch those. Yeah. So anyway, that is it. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in on this Tuesday morning. And if you are inside of the summit, make sure you carve out some time to go through those sessions today because I think you're going to really, really enjoy them. All right, guys. So take care, take action, have an awesome, amazing day. And we'll see you on the inside of the summit. Take care, guys.
Thanks, everybody.